Welcome and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, to the English news from Djibouti channels. Here are the headlines of our edition tonight. The President of the Republic, Mr. Ismail Omar Guelleh, returned to the capital after his participation to the 7th of the Tigad. Welcome if you join us. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Mr. Ismail Omar Guelleh, returned to the capital of Djibouti after his participation of the seventh summit of Tigad. The Tigad summit was a cooperation summit between the Japan and African countries to discussion many issues related to the corporations and how to straighten the ties between Japan and African countries. Many members of the government went to the airport to welcome the president on his arrival. On the sideline of the summit, the president of the Republic had an interview, had a meeting with the Ethiopian Prime Minister, Mr. Dr. Abiy Ahmed. The president at this Tigad summit met with the Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. A meeting in a fraternal atmosphere was at the rendezvous. A bilateral cooperation and regional integration have been the focus of discussions. The two leaders took the opportunity to discuss a number of topics. President Guelleh and Prime Minister Abiy have raised ways and means to further strengthen relations between countries. On the third day, which is also the end of Tigad, the head of state visited the stand of exhibitions. The exhibitions was a highlight when different African countries and Japanese companies present their products, technology, and services. A visit where the head of state saw very closely the latest technology offered by the Japanese market. The President, Mr. Ismail Omar Guelleh, visited Djibouti. Both presented the investment opportunities in Djibouti, but also these assets. In other words, a new light on the assets and potentialities that our nations can offer, both for itself and also for the rest of the world. This visit of the president ended with the family photos with those responsible for the exhibitions of Djibouti. After the president visited Djibouti, ambassador to Japan Ahmed Reita Ali signed a memorandum of understanding with the CEO of Workspace company. The Workspace develops satellite or NANSO satellite. It's a company that was founded in 2060 by the CEO, 49 associate professor at Tsukuba University with university students. They create and develop satellites which have become the cornerstone of the society. During his interventions, the president of the Port and Free Zone described the Tigad as an August meeting between Japan and Africa to promote not only the cooperations. It added that the Republic of Djibouti, at the crossroads of the exchange between the East Africa, the Arabian Peninsula, Asia, and Europe, only wants to benefit the world's trade and prosperity. Also, the ambassador of Djibouti in Japan added that we are opening the door of the market of our continent to investors around the world, and to our continent we are opening the way to the rest of the world. On the second day of the visit of Education Relief Foundation delegation, the meeting held at the Ministry of National Education and Vocational Training was mainly devoted to logistical aspect and coordinations of preparation for the organization of the Summit Global Balance and Inclusive Education to be held in our country. This meeting of the Inter-Ministerial Technical Committee for the organizations of the Third World Forum SIRAP in July was chaired by the Secretary General of the Ministry of National Education and Vocational Training, Chairman of the organizations, the DT Forum, co-organized by the Republic of Djibouti and the ERFF Foundation that promote worldwide education, focus on the learner and local realities while being open to the world, so that the school culture meets the better to the needs of the learner. The 10th day of the African Games Rabat 2019 was the closing of the athletics event at the sport complex of Prince Moulay Abdullah. For the Republic of Djibouti, the athletes were engaged in three finals, namely the 1,050 meters men with Anglais Suleiman, and the 5,000 men with Ibrahim Ougas and Jamal Abdi, and finally the 1,050 ladies with Khadra Dembil. The Ibrahim Hassan Ougas and the young Khadra Dembil performed vastly, ranking respectively 9th in 5,000 and 4th in 1,500 ladies. As for the men's 1,500, the second Djiboutian athletes competing at this event dominated the race until the final 350 meters. On continental news, the Forum number 2 even announced on Tuesday that we taking up arms alongside other rebel leaders. They denounced the peace agreement in Colombia. Even Marcus, former number 2 of Colombian army, said during his interview. Here we arrive at the end of this news edition. Thank you for watching us. Goodbye.